Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Knox. Going to be NATO 9.2. Tech. PGM, Advanced Logistics, Advanced ASF, Top Gun. There's 2 dice on PGM. Okay, that paid off. PGM is good. Everybody else failed. So PGM is complete. There we are. There's no global operations. However, NATO does have 2 theater release dice because Warsaw Pact controls Germany, and they have Marmara. There's the 11 that was needed. NATO has theater release. Doot, 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 doot. Sound the alarms. Put that Warsaw Pact groundle on there. Now we have a B1 and 2 theater missiles that can be deployed, and then we'll also have a nuclear cruise missile available. So, theater missiles have to be placed. First, the B1. The B1 needs to go. The B1 needs to go here. Southern England. Well, no, actually, it has to go at a joint base. I suppose it could go to Lazio. For now, we'll put it in Southern England. And then the theater missiles have to be placed at an army base. So, we're going to put one of those in Rhineland. And the other, put one in Rhineland. And we're going to put the other in Lazio. Okay, reserve forces have been placed. So now it's purchase. There's no military aid for NATO, so purchase. Okay, they're spending 8 on a total of 4 paramilitary, 8 more on a pair of mechs. They're spending 18 on 2 next-gen MBTs and 2 self-propelled artillery. Spending another 8 on a pair of MBTs, 10 on 2 destroyers and a frigate. Spending 6 battle stars on a minor shipyard upgrade, and they're producing 4 cruise missiles and 2 anti-ship missiles. Okay, that was purchase. Now, combat. So, hang on just a second. Okay, the General Staff has held a conference and they've decided that NATO is not going to use nuclear weapons just yet. They're doing okay at the moment with just conventional weapons, and as you know, at this stage of the game, as long as we don't use them against the enemy, they can't retaliate against us. And that's working okay for right now, so we're going to stick with that strategy for the moment. Okay, combat. From M9, destroyer and frigate are going to go 1-2 to M4 and attack the Warsaw Pact diesel boat. Once again, this time we'll do it with 2 destroyers. They're going to shoot 2 anti-ship missiles, 1-2 into the major shipyard there in eastern Ukraine in a port attack. Here in Italy, the major air base in Lazio is shooting a cruise missile 1 into Veneto. The major air base in Paris is shooting 1, 2, 3 into Veneto. And the strategic bomber in southern France is shooting a pair of cruise missiles, 1, 2 into Veneto, for a total of 4 in a surgical strike. And since we now have PGMs, we don't have to have the satellite there to get target select. So we'll just return that to the dashboard because it's not needed there right now. What we can do is we can use that spy satellite over here in eastern Ukraine in the port strike to achieve surface target select there. That's what we'll do. Okay, then up north here, the 2 SSNs and 2 diesel boats from A3 are going 1-2 into A6, where they're going to attack these 4 enemy submarines. Since there are no destroyers present, everybody's going to have first strike. Then 2 ASFs and an attack bomber from the supercarrier will fly 1, 2, 3, 4 over to here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 over to here. Well, where they are going to participate in a counterattack on Akershus. Then a fighter from Nordland is going to come down and join the Akershus attack. A fighter from Svealand is going to join the attack, along with 4 mechs. And then 2 MBTs and a mech are also going to join the attack from Gotaland. The 2 mechs and the SAM in Nordland are going to stay behind. And then the main event will be in northern Germany. Everybody from Benelux, except the SAM, is going to attack into northern Germany. Everybody from Rhineland except the SAM, will also join the attack into northern Germany. Yeah. And Warsaw Pact is it going to be worth it? They're going to try it. Warsaw Pact, no, they can't. There's no air base. Never mind. No scramble for Warsaw Pact. No. All right, and I believe that's it for combat movement. Let me consult my notes real quick after I drop these arrows back in their boxes. Yep, that's it for combat movement. Okay, so first off, we will do the attack against the diesel boat in M4. So I'm gonna do it like this. The destroyer's blue, the frigate's white. And because the destroyer, well, because they're both there, the diesel boat does not get first strike because of passive sonar. Okay, there is a hit by the frigate. So the diesel boat shoots back and misses with a 10. He's gone. Never to harass anyone again. Okay, now we'll have the port strike in eastern Ukraine. So there will be 2 inherent SAMs shooting 2 missiles each. Are shooting 2 AMD each. And both anti-ship missiles are shot down. So, no joy there. These things happen. Okay. Next, we're going to have the surgical strike in Veneto by 4 cruise missiles. There's no SAM, so there's no AMD. There are 2 hits, and as we discussed earlier, there's PGM for NATO now, so those are both land target select hits. So let's walk around here and see what we want to target. Neither was a 1, so they cannot target the next gen MBTs. However, they can hit 2 of those MBTs. That takes a little bit of the starch out of them. Okay, next up, we will have the fight in A6. 2 SSNs and 2 diesels against 1 SSN and 3 diesels. And everybody has first strike. Okay, so for NATO, there's 2 SSNs and there's 2 diesels. And that's 2 hits for NATO. Yeah. 2 hits for NATO. just mark this so we don't forget. 2 hits for NATO. Okay, now we have, he's in one box. There's 3 diesels and 1 SSN for the other guys. They get 1 hit in return. So 2 hits for NATO, 1 hit for Team Red. I don't think it's any shock. Everybody's going to take diesel boats as casualties. Well, I wonder if they should have done that. Well, yeah, they did. Now NATO gets to decide if they want to do a round 2, since the bad guys retaliated. Oh, no, well, yeah. Yeah, NATO's going to hit him again. They still have an advantage. It wouldn't make sense not to. Okay, so NATO once again has 2 SSNs. Get the right color purple in there. 2 SSNs and 1 diesel this time. There is 1 hit by NATO. And this time, the submarine that is hit, which is going to be the diesel boat, is going to shoot back. And the Warsaw Pact SSN is going to go on silent running. There is a hit by the Soviet diesel boat in return. Okay, so this guy's gone. This guy is gone. And the Warsaw Pact SSN is on silent running. Okay, now I think I can do that Akershus fight with the auxiliary tray and not need to move the stuff to the battle boards. It's pretty simple. So I'll give you another look at the 2 sides, how they're lined up there against each other. The auxiliary tray over here. Let's see, we're not going to have any first strikes. So we start off with 2 ASFs on air superiority, of course. They both miss. We have 2 fighters on air superiority. They both miss. New dice. Okay, we have 5 mechs at 2 because of the mountains. Nothing. Wow. That's bad. 2 MBTs at 3. Okay, there is 1 land target select hit. And now we have an attack bomber. There is a general hit. Okay, so Warsaw Pact defends with a Marine. Actually, everybody's at 4 and there's no target select. Yeah, let me refresh myself there. Make sure air cabs defend at 4. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. Okay, so everybody defends at 4, no target select. And everybody missed. Wow, poor shooting all the way around. NATO dodged a bullet there. Okay, so the 2 fighters now go to their regular spot. So you got 2 ASFs. And they got... Oh, wait a minute, we didn't do casualties. NATO scored a land target select and a general. So they're going to put a land target select. So it doesn't matter, everybody defends the same. So they'll do a land target select on an air cav and wait, you can't do land target select on air cav because it's an air unit, not a land unit. So it's the Marine comes off and 1 air cav. Okay, now we go again. Almost forgot the most important part. Okay, 2 ASFs. And there are 2 air superiority hits. And that's what's needed because 2 air cabs are all that is left to defend. Let's go on and do the 2 fighters just because. Okay, there's 2 overkill hits. That's plenty. So now 2 air cabs defend. Both miss. All right, so he comes off there. The roundel comes off. Akershus is liberated. Let's get everybody ashore here. They got super lucky as bad as that first round was. They took no casualties. Okay. +1 for land battle and +2 air battle stars for air superiority hits. So that is a total of 3 battle stars for NATO. And now the Northern Germany fight, I am going to move over here to the battle board. Okay, I made a correction, I forgot. NATO sank 3 submarines defending alone, so that got them 3 naval battle stars as well. Oh, I got to put defenders on it. That's just attackers. Now we're ready. There it is. So for NATO, we got 2 field artillery and 8 self-propelled artillery in first strike. For Warsaw Pact, we've got a SAM in first strike, 3 self-propelled artillery and 1 field artillery, which will defend with chemical munitions. And then there's everybody else. NATO's SAM and SPAG are in the retirement box because Warsaw Pact doesn't have any air in this fight. Okay, here we go. Put that up just a hair. All right. So for NATO, 2 field artillery, there's no terrain here. 2 field artillery, NATO doesn't have any chemical yet. Okay, those both miss. And we have 8 self-propelled artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4 first strike hits by the self-propelled artillery. I'd say that's pretty good. Warsaw Pact, the SAM gets 3 shots, all air defense because there are no missiles involved. They miss. Okay, now they've got 1 field artillery shooting chemical. It gets 1 hit. And now there's going to be 3 self-propelled artillery shooting chemical. And there are 2 more hits there for a total of 3. Okay, so NATO gets 4 first strike hits that Warsaw Pact is going to take on SAM, field artillery, and 2 self-propelled. The defending Warsaw Pact got 3 first strike hits that NATO is going to take on 2 field artillery and 1 self-propelled. That clears that off. Stack those guys up the way they belong there. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're regular. So we've got 2 attacking mechs for NATO. Because of close air support, the mechs are boosted up to a 4. Okay, there's 1 hit. Now there are 4 MBTs. Ooh, that was pretty good. There's a land target select in there. And then 2 general hits, moves that up to 3. Okay, now there's a pair of A-10s. They got 1 land target select hit. That's up to 2. Now there are 2 attack choppers for 2 more general hits. Takes that up to 5. We've got 3 fighters for 2 more general hits, goes up to 7. And then we've got 5 next-gen MBTs. And everybody else got all the luck. They only got 1 hit, so that takes general hits up to 8. And then 3 attack bombers for another general hit to go up to 9. Okay, defenders. I've got 4 early gen MBTs for nothing. 2 MBTs for nothing. And 1 next gen MBT for a land target select hit. Land target select. Okay, so NATO applies 2 land target selects. They're going to kill the 2 MBTs. That clears that off. Then they have 9 general hits and 4, 5, 6 remaining defenders, so they are all gone. Warsaw Pact inflicts one land target select hit, which they are going to put on they're going to put it on an artillery, because they got a sneaking suspicion that NATO's just itching to get those battlefield nukes into play at some point. Let me put things back. Okay, NATO gets another land battle star. That brings their battle star total for this action up to, or for this turn, up to 7. All right, now that's NATO up 3 to 51. Warsaw Pact down 3 to 26. Warsaw Pact no longer controls 2/3 of Germany, so take that off of there. I put everybody back on the card and moved the marker into northern Germany. Okay, now we're ready for non-combat. The air from this fight is all going to return to Rhineland. I will, I'll do that off camera. And then the 2 next-gen MBTs here are moving up to Rhineland. This MBT from Picardy is going into Benelux. Over here, the supercarrier and frigate from A3 are going 1, 2 into A6. The ASFs had the shortest legs, and they had 2 moves remaining. So 1, 2 back here for everybody to land on supercarrier once again. The cruiser and frigate in A17 are 1, 2, 3 up here to A6. The damaged amphib in A3 goes down 1 to A17 and goes in port, so it can begin repairs next turn. I think that's it for non-combat up there. Over here, the rest of the Med Fleet is 1, 2 over there to rejoin their pals in M4. And I believe that's it for non-combat. Okay, now we're placing units. Okay. We're putting a paramilitary onto Crete to make 2 there. We're putting another paramilitary into central Turkey to make 2 there. Lazio is getting at their major army base. They're getting 2 next-gen MBTs and 2 self-propelled artillery. I may have to get a card in there. It's a little crowded now. Okay. corner here, so I don't have to go as far back to get it. 2 mechs go to the minor army base in southern France. Frigate and a destroyer are built at the minor shipyard in Scotland. The other destroyer is built down here at the major shipyard in southern England, but it is not in port. Two MBTs built in Svealand, 1 paramilitary in Gotaland, 1 paramilitary in Nordland. And there's that. Oh yeah, in our upgrade. The shipyard upgrade is going to the minor shipyard here in Picardy, right there. Minor shipyard there in Picardy is now major. All right, now that's it for placing units. So we're collecting money. NATO is at 51. They've got +1 for Gotaland, and that's it. So that's 52. That's what they're going to collect. 52. They shot all their missiles, so they build 4 cruise missiles and build 2 anti-ship missiles. There we go. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.